Bami Akbala, what a wonderful way to usher us into Weekend Deal. When you let us into your homes, your living rooms, and wake up to be a part of our show, we ensure that you are not disappointed. It's a win-win, especially today as we're celebrating Nigeria's rich cultural diversity, over 200 ethnic languages and rich cultures. What better place to celebrate it than here on Weekend Deal? We do it with pride because we know who we are. We are culture rich, we are tradition proud, and Ezekiel Ayontoye, Bami Akbala, is going to celebrate this our vibrant diversity as we usher in our background report.
What you say traditional Nigerian music means all over the country you have ethnic nationalities that exist in these areas and they generate their own cultural expressions. Music, dance, costumes, songs, and rites of passage, rituals, religious adherence. So all these areas produce their own form of leisure in music, in dance, occupational dances, occupational music by, say, hunters, they have their songs, farmers have their songs, fishermen and women have their songs and dances. In the desert areas where you don't have forest, flute music, wind instruments predominate. You have the string instrument like kutigi. The late Damara used to play the string, one string guitar. You have the algaita, which is a trumpet. You also have the goye, like the violin. Then you have the membrane instruments, drums. You even have the wooden instruments, and especially metallurgy introduced gong, which the Igbos call ogene. The Yoruba, for instance, have their shekere. They have their high life music, they have the agidigbo music, they have contemporary Fuji music, they have akbala, they have what you call generally juju, which contemporanized to high life. So you have legendary artists like Ebenezer Obey, Sonny Ade, and the late Papa Victor Olaiya. In Jamaica, the reggae music you hear playing, like reggae, is swanging, is tea music. The tea music in Jamaica is called reggae. In Ethiopia, it is called guragi. Nigeria has a mixture of a lot of inference of musical notations and musical experience from travels. If you take the horns the xylophonic instruments, they are made from sticks. And I noticed that all through the north, Adama, where you have cattle, they use horns. The Birom use horns from cattle, and spider webs are used for the vibraphone of the tip of the horns of cows to produce music. So you can see musical forms are also mediated by the natural environment, either in the sticks. In tropical climates, they use dry wood, carved dry wood in mallets, in pallets, and they string them together and play the traditional xylophone. But you have kalangu. Kalangu is typical of the north, but it's general, the talking drum. Dundun in Yoruba. You have the bata also. You always have in Nigeria and Africa, all drums are classified into three basic types: the father drum, the mother drum, and the child. So there's the trinity of purpose in African expression that it's always family. So in Africa, music is to be enjoyed. You have to dance when you hear music. So when we go to funeral, unlike in Europe or European societies, where people stay quiet, meditate about life, Africa, we celebrate death. We dance and drink and eat. The Yoruba called Oriki, that's your genealogy, the poets chants your family genealogy, praising you.
Ọba tí mo pọ́n, ọba tí pọ́n mi, ọba tí gbé mi, ọba tí gbà mí, ọba mọ́ni fúnni gẹ́ni kẹ́ni pani jíni. Àbíọ́sí lánì ìsọ́ni jíni gbẹ́ni tóní.
Those of us in culture must make it an extra assignment to teach the younger ones the ways of our people, the traditions of our people, and how to key it into the global economic mainstream of cultural entertainment. Our music is commercialized, but we are victims of self-inflicted victims of what we call cultural imperialism. All you do is repackage this material so that it reaches the aesthetics of international standards. We have to change how we do these things in the studio. Technology has saved a lot of
Weekend Deal today is captioned Our Rhythms and Sounds.
Vibrant rhythms and sounds that encompass our diversity. They tell the world who we are. They remind us of where we have come. They tell our stories as we are now and foretell the greatest future for our great country, Nigeria. And Bami Akpala has been here celebrating our diversity. He's going to usher us now into Benue. You know, Benue State, we call it the food basket of the nation. We have farmers dance there. And these farmers, they often till the soil, provide food, not just for Benue citizens, but for Nigeria. Let us usher them in about 30 seconds. Not something too long. Make it rich. Thank you, Ezekiel. We have got the message now. And these farmers, they need to eat well, till the soil well, feed the world well, feed Nigeria well, so that they can give us that Swange movement. You know how they do it in Benue State. Please take us there.
Like every other African tribe, the Tiv people love to dance as a way of expressing excitement. Swange is one of the dances they often use. But do you know that it wasn't originally called Swange?
The dance came into existence as a result of a particular performance called the Banyi. You know, in the Tiv land, when you want to dance for the people to know that you are a real Tiv person, you have to twist your body. You dance very well. Sangilulu, Sangilulu. And because of this Sangilulu, those that were not Tiv people started imitating the Tiv people to say Sangilulu. And in the process, they will call it Swangilulu, Swangilulu. And in the process of trying to pronounce the word Sangilulu, the phrase Sangilulu, then Tiv people began to imitate their friends and their relatives who were not Tiv people that came to participate in the launching, and that became the name. That became the name of the dance, Swange.
Nowadays, Swange is well known nationally and internationally as a medium of entertainment at various occasions. As they say, art imitates life, and farming is one of the preoccupations of the Tiv people. It is therefore not surprising that over the years the farmers' dance have emerged. From well-known Swange, let's go to the little-known farmers' dance, Sunda.
You've created for farming, and next step, you want to show how you farm. So, that's, I think, how it started. And now what has happened is, we've been in modern time, choreographers have decided to pick that concept and create full dance steps.
Well then, it is therefore important that we teach our children our cultural dances, so that we will not become a people with cultural amnesia.
There's a rich food basket from Benway. Does not contain only food, oh, there's also rich skill there. As you see, farmers, they are tilling the soil, they are dancing. And you know that Swange moves, Taoko tells us that there's a Jamaican representation in it. Ethiopia too has a correlation. All this you can only learn as you are watching us today. Bami Akpala is still here, but it's not time for us to hear a bit about his journey. Let us go to Lagos, where the talk is about the leading female drummer, Ara. Ara made female drummers renowned. But before Ara, there was a Sikura Dekoju. As we celebrate him today, as well as Bami Akpala, let us look into the life of Ara and how she opened the doors for female talking drummers in Nigeria.
This kind of atmosphere is usually filled with ecstasy as people display their dancing skills and enjoy the rhythm and sounds coming from both the performer and the instruments.
talking about musical instruments. The talking drum, an hourglass-shaped drum, predominantly used by the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria, and locally called gongo, known not only for entertainment but also as a means of communication. The talking drum serenades our beautiful culture. In time past, it is usually played by males, until the foremost female drummer in Africa, Aralola Olamuyiwa, popularly known as Ara, changed the narrative. Ara is widely known for her exceptional stage performances. The Ondo State-born award-winning artist has inspired so many women to join the craft.
100% of a male drumming. If the female among them is just one, the female might collect all the honor they are supposed to give to the male. It will be given to the female, because even though if she cannot do it herself, for her to carry this drum and beat, even though it's do re mi.
Female talking drummers, we are creative. We don't want to do like our opposite gender. Creativity makes us stand out. We're going out to play. When we get to somewhere, mostly some feel that, okay, what does she have to deliver? Let's see. Always the number one question in that rings on their mind. Can they do it? What do they have to deliver? They make us feel less important. They don't feel like, they don't always encourage us, not until they see us doing it and they feel like, wow, so they could do this thing.
I had one challenge recently. So the guy was like, who wants to play? I do play this Omele Bata. So like, a female, this one. So then I go on stage, I play. So the other guy was like, oh, I don't know, say you self sabi like this, so something like that.
Indeed, Ara has given hope to many female talking drummers. This has only buttressed the saying that what a man can do, a woman can do even better.
Superb and fantastic. I know the first time I met Ara, what I took note of was the length of her hair. But when I saw her take that stick to the drum, everybody was held riveted because we said such skill. Bami Akpala, yes, let me handle that and see. What does it feel like really? Wow. Aha. There's a skill in the handling as well. Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Your hand is like this.
Okay. Yeah. I bend it?
Just please.
Okay.
Yeah. Remove these fingers.
Okay. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Oh, fantastic. It feels good.
Nice one.
Wow. Yeah. Nice one indeed.
Yes. Yes.
So give us another rhythm now before we go on to our next feature. Akbara. That's superb. Welcome. I told you who we are ushering in today. Veteran broadcaster. Peter Eagle. Also call him Baba. The Dan Chicken Kelly. Wow. Papa, great to have you. You look healthy. You look good. Great. He played that one specially for you. Papa, please have your seat. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, veteran broadcaster. We call him Baba. You know, he was executive director of programs in NTA for many years. He's a music enthusiast. And of course, he appreciates what you put together. I told him a bit about you. I said, when you're coming in, he should do something special to celebrate the excellent life you have lived and the many lives you have touched. It's our rhythms and our sound, and a phenomenal sax player is coming to join us now. Welcome, Emmanuel. Great to have you. That's extraordinary. You know, if I'd heard that sound, I did not see you, I would have been looking for who was playing it, perhaps some adult. Great sound. We'll have a chat with you, okay? For now, we're making a trip to Abeokuta. Have you heard about Ebenezer Obey?
Yes.
Wow, fantastic. Danjik and Kevi, we are going to Abeokuta. We'll listen to Ebenezer Obey. He plays. Will give us a small interview as well. We'll also see a few other entertainers.
Ebenezer Obey is somebody I respected and I've worked with in the past.
Yes.
Any day I'm happy to hear about and see him.
Interesting. I know you led me to him in Lagos many years ago where he granted us an interview. Let's go to Abeokuta now.
I say thank you, thank you, thank you, My name is Evangelist Professor Ebenezer Obey Fabi. I'm a musician, a celebrity musician who have been in music profession for 66 years precisely. So many, as a matter of fact, late Prince Adekule, when he wanted to play music, he came to me and told me that he wanted me to teach him how to play guitar because he would like to be playing like me. And I told him that it's not difficult. You just need to concentrate. And later, Mr. Adekule became a star. My own son too, to Lobe, playing after, and my grandchildren, they are all into music. Oh, show Baba, oh Mama show, oh show Baba, oh Mama show, oh show Baba, oh Mama show, oh show Baba, oh Mama show. Did you say you wanted? You shall be passion. Oh show Baba, oh Mama show. Oh you shall be passion. If I be Baba, oh show Baba.
Èmi ni Haruna Àyìnlá Ọmọwúrà. Iṣẹ́ àpàlà ẹ̀jẹ̀ ló jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́. Mo dẹ̀ tún wá kọ́ ibi tí mo ti wá mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ àpàdé àlùdíẹ̀ ojú ẹ̀yìn bọ̀dá mi Hakeem Àyìnlá Ọmọwúrà lọ. Ìdòwú Àyìnlá Ọmọwúrà mọ́tù ẹgbà mo wà mo gbé ń jẹ́ ayé o. Ẹ ṣé wọ́n jíṣẹ́ pé ẹ̀ ń béèrè mi. Abíọ́dún ẹgbà mo wà Ìdòwú Wáìdì mo gbé ń jẹ́ ayé.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Abidin Yusuf Ọlátúnjí, ọmọ Yusuf Ọlátúnjí Babalẹ́gbà. Mo wọ iṣẹ́ orin sákárà láti àjẹbí nítorí mi ò kọ́, mo bá nílé ni. Àmọ̀ràn tí máa kọ́ gbà wọ́n ni pé sùúrù ló ṣáájú ohun gbogbo. Lára orin bàbá wọn, ẹ̀dá tó bá ní sùúrù á jèrè, ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan ló ti ń lò sáàbọ̀, kó tó wá kájà ó bàbá ń ta jù, tó bá dìgbà kan ọmọdé ń bọ̀ wá dàgbà, ẹ má fi pàjà ayé. Olórí ibẹ̀ ni pé sùúrù ló lórí ohun gbogbo.
All the way from Abeokuta, Baba. Tell us a bit about the impact that great music, has on us and our cultural diversity.
There's no denying what music does. I mean, no matter what you are, who you are, when you hear music, it makes the difference in your life. It's a positive thing that enriches you. And I'm glad to say that the NTA was aware of this. And therefore, apart from the dramas, the chorus and the rest, NTA produced so many music programs. And I'm happy to say that most of the musicians today and in the past were brought up and promoted by NTA because we realize the power of the music and entertainment in the lives of our people. I'm happy to see Benizo Obey, the little clip on him. If you recall, I think one of my birthdays.
Yes, I interviewed him.
And then when we had a program called Stars of the Tube, again, NTA wanted to reward and celebrate those stars who have made themselves so inseparable from the tube. And Benizo Obey was one of those who came. Yes, and I was happy to meet him face to face. Indeed. In the studio at that time. And
when we celebrate them, we celebrate our culture as well. That's why, Emmanuel, we're going to Benin now. We're going to spend some time with us, Victor Waifo. He has passed. Osamuel Joseph too, he has passed. But they made use of a variety of instruments, just like you are doing today. Let's go to Benin and enjoy what they have to show us, okay? When we come back, you do something special for us.
Okay.
Benin welcomes us now. Let's go there. From music. Dance. Folktales. Back to the forest of the unknown, where he came from. Costumes and the likes. Edo remains a prominent name on the threshold of history. Famous for its antecedents in arts, Edo culture deeply influences its rich array of songs in music making and performances.
We propagate, we promote, and we project our cultural heritage through this music. That is our medium of, expression. Because music is a mobilizer.
Traditional Benin musicians continue to reflect the social, moral, and cultural experiences in their music, demonstrating their mastery and artistry in the use of instruments.
Our Edo music is different from other music in the world. It has meaning. When you hear the Beninese sound, you go through, one, it educates people. It tells you exactly what to do and not to go in the wrong place.
I'm playing a Kaba music. That Kaba music, in those days, there are people from white side. They used to tie birds in the west. They used to see them rainy season. They always, when they are dancing, singing music, that type music. So I tried to follow it up. So I started with that, the high life music that I'm playing now. I mix them together. I carved this guitar by myself because I saw this man, Victor Wifo, using double head like this. I cannot afford to buy my own, so I have to carve this.
That feature from Edo State, the heartbeat of the nation, took us down memory lane when we remember Victor Wifo, Osayomoro Joseph, Majek Fashak, all of blessed memory. So even today, as we celebrate Burna Boy for bringing home the Grammys, we celebrate Wizkid and Tems, we cannot forget their roots. These are the people that birthed the confidence, the knowledge about their country, the growth and development that they have taken outside our shores and made Nigeria an international name, an international face, talking about music and entertainment. We must hold them in quite a very high esteem, we must say. Victor Wifo made his own guitar and it was 18 string. That is quite uncommon.
When Victor Wifo broke into the music scene, it was a marvel. I recall I was in Kaduna when I first heard about him. And when he came to play in Costin Club, what we call the Costin Club, we and my friends and Edie Farouk, Sonny Wilson, and the rest of us, about 10 of us, we had to fight to get into that hall to watch this wonder with that two-neck guitar and those 18 strings. And he was playing as nobody had ever played. He was dancing that nobody had ever danced. And it was a marvel.
Emmanuel, the world beckons at you at this time. Give us something phenomenal. Touch that sax. Touch that sax. Okay?
Come on, mother.
taking me to areas I did not know I would arrive at this morning. Fantastic. Guess where we're going now? Have you heard about the kutigi? No. It's an instrument. Baba, kutigi, Damaraya Jos, familiar terrain. Wow. And you know that we've come to learn that was not his name. Damaraya Jos is orphan of Jos. His name is Adamowaya. He's of blessed memory. But he left behind a resounding legacy. And is still telling folklores up till today. Let's touch down in Jos.
The entertainment industry in Nigeria has grown over the years with huge attempts at showcasing the rich culture and traditions of the Nigerian people. Renowned artists and entertainers like Dantala, Dankwero, and the legendary Damaraya Jos are names to be reckoned with in these regards. Many people call him a poet, others call him a philosopher and a philanthropist. The legendary Damaraya Jos was a famous Hausa storyteller who was best known for playing a unique instrument called the kutigi, which became his permanent companion and his only musical instrument. Damaraya Jos, meaning orphan of Jos, as he was popularly called, lost both parents at a very tender age.
Wato mahaifina makaɗin kotso ne kuma ya zo daga Sokoto. Kasan kiɗan kotso kiɗa ne na irin na sarakai. To su kwana a nan su tashi a nan su kwana a nan har Allah ta su bukur. Shine sai sarkin bukur ya ɗauke su ya riƙe su. Ba su daɗe ba Allah ya musu rasuwa ina ƙarami. Shine sarkin bukur ya riƙe ni ya sa na a makaranta elementary kuntigi daga Bauchi na so ganin kuntigi a hannun waɗannan yara jikokin Zabiya da muke tafiya da su. To suna yi na ce su bani sai su ce a'a ba za su iya bani ba. To sai ni ne mafankon ashana da tsinken tsire da isga na doki sai na kulla na yi. To daga nan da har Allah ya taimake na samu wannan gwangwami na kifi ne ma na rufa na soma waka.
He is best known for his type of songs infused with commentaries and social issues which largely portrayed the rich culture, humor, and general way of life of his people. Damaraya Jos has won several awards nationally and internationally.
Allah na roƙe ka albarkan manzo Allah ka agazawa bayinka dan hana da farin tsoho.
Damaraya Jos indeed has made his mark in the promotion and sustenance of the entertainment industry in Nigeria and has contributed greatly to the development and sustenance of the rich culture of the Nigerian people. Although he is no more, but his legacy lives on.
Damaraya Jos, orphan of Jos. We did hear, Baba, that he lost his parents at a very early age.
Oh, yes. I had the singular honor of claiming that I knew him personally. And he was just 2 years old. He was born in 1946 in Bukuru in Jos. And he lost his parents at a very early age. So he fended for himself. His guardian wanted him to go to school, but the music bug hit him, and with his kutigi, he went through. And it was a common sight for us growing up, seeing him in the streets of Jos. Years later, of course, he outgrew Jos, outgrew the North, if you like, outgrew Nigeria and became a child of the world. When international, he was easily one of the most traveled musicians that represented Nigeria around the world. So, always so modest and always so polite, but he was so talented. Indeed. And promoted the Nigeria and Nigerian entertainment like no other musician has done. Indeed. And
he said he told folklores and stories. With
every song was a story, and he was very philosophical. Yes. Whether he had songs of Meakwede, Mebabu. No matter how many, sometimes if you have 20 cars, you can only drive one at a time. If you have 100 caps, you can only wear one at a time. And so his philosophy was realistic and brought you down to earth. Yes. And he was great.
He was able to weave some common sense into our heads and brains and lives. Interesting. You did hear that Damaraya Jos Adamu Waya left a legacy. And he says in these days, though he got the skill of the kutigi playing and all of that from his adopted father, he's weaving his own stories from the modern day experiences. And that's how he talks about the camera. You know, these videos we take, these pictures we take without the camera, we won't be able to make proper memories. For a day like this, for example, let's spend some time with Babangida, the adopted son of Dan Maraya Jos.
Kiɗin taɓa mara arziki, wata ta yi tuye kyawo, wata da ta yi sisi ya muce. Don ta ja da mai to hajiya ture gusau. Tuna dai sa kaina ne tun ina karamin yaro in an sa dan maraya a talabijin NTA ina kallon sa yana da hikinkemu irin na mawaki da ake kiran mawaki ya amsa sunansa. Tun ina karami nake sha'awa akan waƙoƙin da yake na tarbiyyantar da al'umma, nake sha'awa akan sa. Ina kallon hannuwan sai da suke yi idan NTA ta yi zoomin din hannuwan sai yana kidawa. To ta wannan hanyar sai na ta koyansa Allah ya taimake ni kuma sai na ga na iya. Mun saba haduwa da shi amma ba in koyo wani abu ba, ina koyon na riga na iya ko da ya san ne na san shi. Irin gwamnatoci tun lokacin Janar Sani Abacha ana kiran mu a bukukuwa nan Abuja, an gaito shi a gaito ni. To mun nan muka san juna amma ko da ya ganni ni na iya kidan kuntugi na, ba wai na yi zama wurin shi har na koya na iya ba. Na dai sa kai na cikin taimakon Allah kuma sai na iya. Ka san shi koyo su masu son su iya kudin kuntugi sai mutum ya kware ya sa kai ne ya nace sannan yake iyawa. Da dama mutane suna sha'awa su yi amma dai hikima kuma da Allah yake rarrabawa ta masu kiɗan kuntugi waɗanda suke zama gwanaye ba ta da yawa, domin abu ne mai ɗan wahalawa wurin koyo. Dole sai ka sa nacin gaske sannan da taimakon Allah za ka iya. Lalle da dama mutane suna da ra'ayin abin kuma suna son su iya, amma kuma sarrafa abun gaskiya yana da yan wahalawa, tunda ba abu ne wanda za ka ɗauka ka kwasa ka samu mutum cikin kwakwalwar shi har ya zanna ba, amma in ka sa kanka kuma za ka iya. Na so maganin Dr. Dan Maraya na waka irin su teacher uban karatu, mai akwai da babu da koyon harkokin sana'a dai haka. To irin waɗannan waƙoƙin su suke burge ni da shi har na tsaya ne ta tunani a kansa. Sai dai kuma ban koma kan waƙoƙin nasa ba, tun yana da rayuwa yana jin daɗin cewa ni ina created, ina ƙirƙiro ainihin waƙoƙi na wani kaina waɗanda shi tunaninsa ma bai je wajen ba. Mun tattaunawa akan irin waɗannan maganganun. Da dama akwai masu koyo shi amma dai waƙoƙin da ya yi su ne suke sarrafawa suna koma yin su. To don haka da Allah ya kawo ni sai ce ya gode ma Allah da ya bashi ɗa wanda zai gaje shi ko bayan bashi. Kamar ya san zai riga na mutuwa. Bayan wafatinsa kuma sai aka kira ni a can Jos wurin iyalansa, na ya gaisuwa kuma aka bani ainihin kayan kiɗan nasa gaba ɗaya da wasu kayayyaki daban-daban na abin ga. Kuma aka kulla hulɗa tawada cewa duk wasu aminansa da suke waje waɗanda yake mahulɗoɗi irin na kasuwanci na masana'antu, idan abin ya zo to za a neme ni in je in yi. Da yake shine ciyaman na mawaƙan Afirka gaba ɗaya. Wanga kun ji kiɗin kyamara ne, kyamaran ga ta ɗaukar hoto. Albishirinku mutanen birni, albishirinku mutanen ƙauye, kowa samu kuɗi ya tara. Tun kamin ya yi mota kuma tun kamin ya yi mata, to ya je ka ya ɗauko hoto. In yi haka nan ya yi daidai, tun da ya aji tarihinsa. Watan gaba in ya ƙaura 'yan uwansa su rinƙa tunawa, suna dibawa. Hoto abin tarihi in bancin kyamara duniyan nan da wani baya sanin sardauna sai dai ya ji labari ne. Tafawa balewa yana nan do a ƙalƙashin kyamara ne in ka gane shi kake nunawa ka ce masa gashi. Kaji kuma murtala na nan inda ba kyamara duniyan ga in Muhammadu da wasu ba su sani ne. In haɗa cikin mawaƙa Dr. Dan Maraya na nan inda ba kyamara duniyan nan Dokta da wasu ba su saninsa. Dr. Mamman Shata wani ma bai san shi ba sosai duk da darajar kyamara ne in ka gane su kake nunawa. Shi masu gasu.
He's the legacy that Dama just left, and he's let his Kutigi playing acclimatize with the times that we are in. An interesting legacy.
He's doing that brilliantly. I mean, talking about the camera now, just like Dama did. He talked about teacher. He had a song for teachers, how wonderful they are and all that. And so he too has learned to pick items in our society and that touch us. And of course, like he says, the camera is a wonderful thing of the present, and no matter what you have, if the camera doesn't show what you are, you never go anywhere.
You won't go anywhere.
I mean, he's doing well. But he's stepping into large shoes, but he's doing very well.
He has a lifetime to go far. You were telling me earlier where you saw Emmanuel.
I've seen Emmanuel many times.
Wow.
In fact, my last birthday, he performed at my last birthday.
You don't say.
Before that, I'd met this great wonder through, first it was Otumba Rushewe who introduced him to us. Then Idi Farouk has taken him as his own, and every show we had must have Emmanuel. And it's not just a small bundle of talent.
Wow.
Recently, there was a major competition, and there were about 20-25 adults, and was the only kid, and he beat them all.
Baba, the tenacity of the staff of the Nigerian Television Authority is often underestimated. You do know what we can do and what we've been doing.
Oh, definitely. There's so much that NTA has done that not many people are aware of. And that's especially in the promotion of the music industry and entertainment. We talked about Mamman Shata, we talked about Damaraya and Ankwero and Anache. But apart from those traditional musicians, the North saw a flowering of great talent. Expensives, the Rizis, El Cados, the Bullrakers, Bongo Zikwe, and the rest of them. All of them were from here. And NTA was rich because we had those talents on ground. And of course, they benefited also because NTA utilized them to promote the industry and creativity that was rich in this part of the country.
Mr. Maduka.
Of course, when I talked about the Balamina show and all the other performances we recorded, it's because we also had great directors generals who not only supported but put their money where we wanted them. In broadcasting, content is king.
Indeed.
And unless you pay attention to it, then you have no viewers. No eyeballs will come to you. So I must go on the NTA, keep the tradition going on, support talent, and continue to grow industry.
Okay, thank you. NLC has a fantastic message for Nigerian workers. Let's see it.
The theme is workers' rights and social justice. And clearly for us, we say workers' rights have been well preserved under this regime, 50-50, but more tightly put. You can't credit the president with insisting that workers should be paid regularly, even where such wages do not measure up to a living wage, a wage that cannot take the worker home, a take-home pay that hardly takes the worker home. But he has insisted that he be paid. But we have also had pressure on trade union rights, the flagrant efforts to shackle the trade unions, the challenge of ASU, one of our key affiliates, the unpaid salaries of the university teachers. We've had the pressure of industrial accidents occasioned by pressure of ununionized workspaces. where workers' health and safety has been severely challenged. We have the pressure of the sword of Damagog always hovering over our head, the threat of consistent, unrefrained increase in petroleum prices and scarcity every now and again that has no respect for the worker's planning of his poor income. So clearly it's been a tense period for the worker, and we had been looking forward to a new dawn. The catchphrase is patriotism. Nobody is more patriotic than the Nigerian worker. That's the honest truth. Between under thick and thin, shine or heavy downpour, you see the Nigerian worker rushing to go to work. Under intense pressure, under very difficult situation, they keep going. So our dream is that this burden will be lessened. Our slogan is the struggle continues, but we feel that there should be some amelioration, some comforting circumstance, so that we can't be beast of burden every step of the way. The worker must be worth the wages. He must have appreciation. There must be dignity in labor. So while we show our patriotism, while we show our love for greater pace in development of our country, we also feel that the workers' welfare must be taken into consideration. So the encouragement to the worker is we don't have any other nation than this.
Solidarity.
To prepare something for myself. I must stop somewhere, enjoy myself.
My name is Imam Fuad Adeyemi.
You can actually become a fantastic baker if you're willing to do what others think impossible. I am Funke Oyeyele.
That's the focus of what we're talking about today. My name is Cecile Egbeli.
My name is Doshima Pius Ikiravi, and we urge you to just sit tight and let's roll this boat together.
Happy Workers' Day!
Happy Workers' Day to everyone, especially those of us in NTA. We work really hard.
Okay, it's your turn. Take it. Okay. With us here is our director programs, Oga Ahmed Lawa. Please join us. Let us cut this workers' cake. Baba, Baba, put your hand to the cake. Yeah. I join mine. Oga Lawa Imaro.
You have to
Join us, please.
Come close.
Yes. Happy Workers' Day! And that's it from us here on Weekend Day. Always a pleasure to have your company on the show, celebrating the vibrant cultures that make our great country, Nigeria. God bless Nigeria!